Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and day after Thanksgiving, and I ate way too many carbs, but hey, it's Thanksgiving. So want to do this one. Hopefully this won't take too long. I think what I'm going to do is just make it so that all of the classes end up in one file. So what you'll see here is this create output. Instead of in the for each loop, what's adding a source, we're just going to keep adding to the builder gets a text. So we're going to have a way to have, that's a good point because I didn't realize that. In the builder, we have it doing the indented text writer. And so what we might want to do is pull the indented text writer out of the builder, have it passed into the builder, and then this will be responsible for creating the source text from and then adding the source. Okay. And then we'll just call it AutoDeconstruct. This will cause tests to break because we now have to put everything in a namespace. We can't use file scope namespaces anymore, which is fine. I actually tested that out and that works perfectly fine in C#. So I'll just do that. That'll be the easiest way to not have any file collisions because we're just going to have one. All right. So we're going to have number 2 here, get new to avoid file collisions. Now, again, this is not the solution that will work for rocks. We're going to have to come up with another one for that one later. But this, well, I could change rocks so all of the types end up being put in one file, but that would be, like I said, I mean, really the only person that needs to look at it to debug it is me. And the fact that it's in one gigantic file, maybe that is the right way to do it. And then you just don't worry about it. So we'll think about it. Anyway, let's come up here and let's do this. Okay. So we're going to pull that there and just, configuration values. Yes, that also comes out here. Okay. And then we're going to pass in, where do we use that in the builder? The configuration values. Just there. So we don't even need to pass that in anymore. So we can say this can be the indent writer. Okay. That's going to break, but we'll fix that. Okay. And then we don't need to do that here. We're not going to do that here. We're going to do that out here. Okay. And then we're going to come here and we're going to take that out because we're not going to return it anymore. And we're going to say, what is this? Var text is equal to source text from the writer. That should work. Okay. And we're no longer going to do that. Okay. And that means we no longer have to do that. And we just say text. Okay. So that takes care of all that. And now what we need to do is, this is feeling like it's going to be simpler than I think it is, but the fun is going to be in fixing all the places where the code breaks. So one thing I have to do here is go back to the way I was doing it before. So if I say, what is this again? This is a indented text writer. Let's change that to writer because we no longer care about it being called that. And we're going to get rid of this. Okay. And we're going to make this static. And we're going to make this internal. Okay. And we don't need this anymore. And this does nothing. It just builds because we're doing it on the writer itself. Okay. And we don't need to do this. Okay. And then everything in here that has indent writer, we're going to say writer dot. Okay. So that should take care of all that. Except, is writer right? Yeah, that's a, but we just changed the variable name. We didn't actually change the type. Good. Okay. So we're almost close. We don't need that anymore. Okay, we'll do that. We can take that off, cleans that up. Except now we have to do this. We need to say Actually, we can now do that. Oh, yes, we need to now say that is actually that. Okay, fair enough. And then we need to do that at the end. We took that out before. So yes, we now need to say here that we need to indent, okay? And then out here, what we're gonna do is somewhere at the bottom of all this, we're gonna do one more check. And we're gonna say that. We're gonna minus, minus, and then we're just gonna do a right line. Oh, no. We need to say right line, but we need to do that. There, that's it. Now we got to see if it breaks. So let's go to a simple test. Well, I know it's going to break. That's not the point. But let's go to a simple test here. And what we should now see is this all pushed over, and then that. Oh, that got screwed up. This should still be fine, right? What? Oh, come on. Okay, so let's see if this builds. Oh, I know it's not, because the name of the file is not right. Forgot that too. It's just AutoDeconstruct. Yeah, let's change this quick though, because I knew that was going to break. The name type does not. Oh, well, you know, I really wanted to honor what the person has, but we need to get a syntax tree. And to get a syntax tree, we need a type. And to get a type, ugh, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? And then the text writer, the tab string would just be T. I don't care. Do I care? Could I actually get a syntax tree? Could I say compilation dot syntax trees? I could get one, and unfortunately you can't say 0 here because it's an enumerable, which sucks. Because I don't want to do a two an array on it just to get the. There's no other way. This will contain a syntax tree. And why are we doing this? Because the configuration values need to read off of the tree options. And options only has a tree way and an additional text file way, which we may not have additional text. So syntax tree is the safest way. Oh, darn. It's just annoying. Yeah, it's just annoying. So could we say symbols here, because that's an array of 0, and then say declaring syntax references of 0 syntax tree? Yeah, that would work, because we're going to have, okay, we're going to have at least one symbol. And all this stuff has to be things, if we look up here, that are declared in the current compilation. Type declaration or method declaration. It is not things outside. Now, that is also something that you could have in another assembly, an extension method for the thing that you're declaring here. But that would be really weird, because that means you have a reference to something that knows about what you've been creating, and that would be really bizarre. Okay, so we're always going to have, I believe, well, do we? Is that true? Would it be possible to come in here and say, yeah, if you have to have at least one symbol for any of this to be worth it. If symbols.length is greater than 0, okay? And we should actually put in a test for that as well to make sure that we're doing that right, okay? So we should have a test in here. Do we? Do we have a test in here that basically says Oh yeah, we've got lots of tests that will not generate anything. Okay. But we're always looking for generate. Aha. Public static async task generate when no targets exist async. In other words, what we want to do here is just have a piece of code that doesn't have method declarations or type declarations. Yeah. So it's just like a namespace. This is odd to do, but you can do it. Okay. And then we need a case where we don't have any generated code. Yeah, like this. Okay. And so that should just not, but we're not going to fail. We're not like here we would have failed if we didn't notice that and we pulled that out here. Now we shouldn't fail because we're going to get no symbols and we just don't generate anything. So cool. What's breaking here? Oh, we don't need to do that. Yeah, we say AutoDeconstruct builder.build. And then, yeah, now we should be able to come back here and go to our test. And this is the one that we changed. What did I? Yes, I did. Okay, let's run this. And let's see what this does. Oh, it failed. Lots of reasons why I may have failed. Let's see. Oh, I didn't take that off. Okay. Let's come back up here and do that. And then was there anything else that I missed? Nope, that was it. Let's see what it does now. Gotta love tests. How many times do I say that? Gotta love your tests. And that passes. Cool. This one should also pass. Excellent. Now, the rest of this is playing whack-a-mole. Just, constant. What? Come on. Keep the space for crying out loud. That was a terrible accent. But let's just go through these real quick. It's not going to be hard to do, just the annoying. No, you didn't. Why didn't you keep it? Whatever. Okay, I'm just going to assume it does not keep any space for me, and that's fine. I'm trying to think, how would I generate a test that would have, I should do that. I should have a test in here that generates, like in the code, it has two namespaces, and we should see that reflected in here. So generate with record. Okay, we're about halfway through this file, and some of these are just like, yeah, they don't have generated code, which is nice. Nice in the sense of I don't have to change anything. Code, generated code. And we do that one. How many more are left? Can't be that many. That's a code. That's a generated code. And oh, there's two here. Oh, wait a minute. Well, this is no longer going to happen. You're just going to have one. I forgot to change all those. Okay. It's just going to be AutoDestruct. And it's going to be called generated code. Okay. And then it should be right here. Where do I put the nullable enable? I need to write that outside of the file. Okay. We'll do that right here. Okay. And you still need that. Okay, cool. Good catch. That test caught a case I didn't think of. And then that, and then this, and then that. There. Okay. And I guess that actually does capture the case that I was thinking of. So, okay, so anything that is test auto deconstruct in here needs to just be auto deconstruct. Let's see how many of these tests break. 5 failed. What a wonderful world. Oh, maybe some of these are just like space things that I didn't catch. Oh, wow. That was like way too much. Okay. Was that the only thing in this one? Yep. Generate with deconstruct, now returning void. Interesting. Interesting. All the ones that I think I shouldn't be like generating something for, I believe are. So I must have something in the wrong spot here. If symbols. Oh, yeah, it's not just, excuse me, var was build invoked was false. And then we say here var or equal true. Or we could just say if you got here, it's true. Okay. And then we say if was build invoked. Then we take this and we put that in there. Okay. I believe that should clear up all the other ones. So if we say run tests. Oh, there's going to be some that are breaking in other extension. I haven't fixed those. But, you know, it's because I jumped the gun. But I believe now all of these should pass, and it looks like they all are. Green, green, green. Sorry if you're colorblind. Green, green, green. Oh, one failed. Why'd you? No, you're now passing. Aha, it took you a second. And yeah, all these are going away. Yeah, okay. So let's now go to like this one, and let's clean this one up. Okay. And we'll have to remember to change all those file names too. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so then we'll do this. Whatever. Okay. No. I'll save that. Those. This also needs to change. Why? Whatever. I'm glad I made this change though. This is going to be much simpler. And that I don't have to worry about any file collisions at all whatsoever. I am definitely going to need to work out today. And good day. It's a cardio day. So hopefully that'll work off some of the... And we decided today to go to lunch together as well, my wife and I. So it's like, I think that's going to be a light lunch. I think I'm going to be eating a lot. Sometimes it keeps it and sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand. I do not understand. Why? Okay, you kept it this time for some reason. I don't know why. And now it's the H, those. Okay, that takes care of those. And then these are basically, yeah, you shouldn't be doing any construction. All right, so now let's just run the tests here. 3 failed. Why did they fail? Too much. I don't get it. I really do not get why it's making the choices that it does. But it is, and just got to deal. And that one's good. That one's good. Oh, wait. That one isn't, for some bizarre reason. All right, now let's say save. Say run tests. All right, those all work. Let's shut down and start up again, and then I'll run all the tests. Hopefully that will also show that when you actually use it, we didn't break anything either. So let's see what happens. All right, well, the build succeeded. Let's run all the tests and see what happens. And they all pass. Let me at least commit this so I don't forget that. To now only generating one file. Boom. Okay, and let's actually come into this one because we should be able to see analyzers, AutoDeconstruct, one file. And this should have everything in it. It looks weird, but it's exactly what we want. Okay. And I like this technique because I think I might be using it. I might actually even use it for rocks. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking I might do that. These are just analyzers. You're not actually, yeah, no, you're not generating any files. You're not generating any files either. I do like I looked up the regex example, and again, you know, if you come here and look at that regex, I'll make sure to put that in my links in the description, that this does just one source as far as I can tell, because they make an indented text writer, they go through all this, and then they save it out. So cool. I kind of like that I'm following that. So I'm probably going to go through my other source generators and do the same thing because it makes it cleaner. And just that one simple file. And then if I come back to generic tests here and I say, hey, let's go look at what this is doing and F12 and do it, it just goes to the right spot. You know, it just works. And yeah, I kind of like the formatting here too. It's packed together, but it works. It does what I need it to do. So very happy with this. This is the last thing I need to do once I merge this in here. This is the last thing I need to do for the milestone other than writing the docs. I will update the docs probably today. It's not going to be a lot of work, just making something that's a little bit clearer as to what happens when you do this. And yeah, then I will release a 1.0.0 with this. And I like this one. It's not as involved as Rocks is. You know, it's not as, I think, difficult as Rocks is. And it's a little bit more than just doing an object mapper. This, I think, actually hits quite a sweet spot. And I like it. I like it. All right. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.